Ndị be anyị kelekwanụ m unu. Anyị sị ka nke chiri ya zelu. Anyị sị ka ọ mara na ala Igbo na mma. Anyị adị ka Chineke ada agwụ agwụ. Otu anyị kwuru ya, otu akwa ya dịrị. Ise, ise, ise. Anyị dịka o si dị ụbọchị uhuruchi nketa anyị wetara nnukwu ozi. Biko geenụ ntị. Ife a bụ according to the Biafran activist wetara ya bụ ozi. Quote, Russia President Putin reportedly signed military deal with exiled Biafran soldiers in Russia as Nigerian Army Chief of Staff Musa warns. All right, this is according to the Biafran activist with Elaya Bozi that na nego change go. Na Russia President Putin signing a new deal with Biafrans in exile in Russia. All right, can you go to bife? Can you follow the one near our? You get see a drop of feature nothing again. All right, over to you.
Biafra, we are no longer interested in anything called Nigeria. That's the truth. What we are seeking is the solidarity of the international community, the world powers. We saw what Putin is trying to do this time around. He has invited Biafra government in exile, and they are holding a meeting over Biafra joining bridge, and they, of course, security, and military support for Biafra against Nigeria. It made it very clear.
But what do you think would have endeared Biafra into the heart of Putin?
A lot of things, Mazen Namdekano has worked out a lot of things for Biafra, has placed Biafra agitation on the global level, has restored, that consciousness globally. People are beginning to study what actually happened, and of course the publication made by IBB also went viral. It has gotten to so many archives around the world, and people are asking, is that actually what transpired? This is a clear injustice on the people, on these people. And before that, our Igbos have been making waves all over the world. Igbos were outstanding during the COVID-19, and that is when Putin noticed them. Putin, for the first time, noticed the Igbo ingenuity during COVID-19.
Okay, you mean the resilience in Igbos?
Yes.
Is the one that
yes,
into the heart of
yes. You understand? They not only that, Igbos are global players. That's another factor. Wherever you go, you see them. Anything that's involved, is it sports, is it music, whatever it is, you see the Igbos, involved. International politics, there are conferences, they are there.
Okay, no wonder, because the other time, Russian foreign affairs minister was very clear when he was admonishing UN and countries of the world that they should respect self-determination. At the time, people are judged that this is purely support for Biafra.
No, that is not clearly. That's the fact. But look at what the J.D. Vance, the vice president to Trump, was saying a few days ago about Biafran Christians in Nigeria. He mentioned it clearly. Go and listen to that video. Listen clearly. It is not a joke. Biafrans are not joking. Biafrans are serious about Biafra. Igbos are serious about Biafra.
But emphatically, what did Vance Trump said about
Vance was making reference to the decision that is about to coming from his understanding of what Trump policy on foreign policy are going to look like, especially in Africa, and the killings of Christians, in Nigeria. That Trump will not stand by and watch Christians being killed.
But when we talk about Christians in Nigeria, we have Igbos, Biafrans who are Christians, we have people in the middle belt, even in the north, because across a different strata of the society, it's not limited to Biafrans.
The Biafra is the main population of Christendom in Nigeria.
I think that is a statement of fact.
Yes, you cannot, when you talk about Christianity in Nigeria, you're talking about Biafrans. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the Biafrans represent that Christendom So anything that happens to Christianity is indirectly happening to Christians or Biafrans. Anything that happened in Jerusalem is being seen to be happening to Christians. Do you understand it?
Yes, I understand. But everything seems to be falling in pleasant places for Biafra.
No,
because at the instance of a resumption of office of Donald Trump, we have seen clearly how the foreign affairs minister of I'm talking about the Air Force commander of Africa and Europe from America, made it very clear that they will be targeting terrorists in Africa. Remember that Fulani military is a big problem for Biafra sovereignty, and of course, these have got Biafran celebrating.
No, of course, the U.S. bombs have started landing in Africa too, and it's started landing. And what is going to happen to Africa, especially Nigeria, is going to be well, carefully put in a strategic form because of the allied forces that are within that as is contesting the same thing. Because Russia now is interested in Biafra, not Nigeria. The American is interested in, even though Macron, another Macron is trying to spoil, some of the things he was delegated to do by Tinubu. And of course, he failed to achieve that. It was a very big disappointment on the side of Tinubu. You can see the Sahel nation, the Burkina Faso and all that, breaking away, So it's a clear thing. And from that point of view, what the world is seeing, what the United Nations, France, Israel, Russia, who are already Biafran allies, are seeing is that the possibility of this nation. All these Christians you are seeing, both blacks all over in Africa, are going to start coming back. If you're a Christian in any part of the world, within Nigeria, that you want to join Biafra, you are free to join. As long as you are not a threat, there will be land allocations for you. And they are looking at it whereby, we have a major access to our Mediterranean Sea and other things that are going to be involved. There's negotiation with China, Japan, and others of them as a result of our maritime strength, in that regard. So, they are also looking at the issue of Amazonia, So Biafra can be more bigger than what we are thinking by the time they're able to harness all these things together as to make it a formidable force, an ally of Israel, an ally of America, an ally of Russia, representing the African continent as a superpower.
Okay, now let us look at, that Trump already sanctioned ICC because of Benjamin Netanyahu, talking about the Prime Minister of Israel. And people are saying that this is a blessing in disguise for Biafra, considering the closeness and ally that Israel is to Biafra.
Yes, I'm not trying to hype Benjamin Netanyahu, but I must praise him. He's an outstanding ex-IDF, a strong man, a Mossad, a hardcore, somebody who believes in whatever, You see, the Israelis, or the Israeli government, or the Israeli people, or the Jewish people should be proud to have someone like Benjamin Netanyahu as their prime minister at this trying time. God always
call it trying time.
Yes, for Israel. Considering
because of the invasion of Hamas,
October 7, where over 3,000 Israelis were murdered in one day. More than how many communities were invaded simultaneously in one day. And looking at it that they're just Egypt, Africa, and you can see Israel is occupying a strategic position at the Suez Canal. And the Suez Canal is only the maritime door that Biafra is going to use to achieve their maritime strength at the end of the day. So we need Israel. And Israel knows that, we are Jews like them.
Could that be the reason the other time they attempted to kill the man Nnamdi Kanu through Operation Python? The next thing he made appearance is Israel.
Yes, now because he aligned with the world Judaist leaders. He's a Judaist, and that's where he met Vladimir Putin. As a Judaist.
You mean Nnamdi Kanu have met with Putin?
Yes, now you know what they call Judaism. Putin is a Judaist. All the GOP members are. What is it called? Donald Trump. The former German president. Most of them as at that time, some world leaders as at that time. That we are members. They are still members up to this point in time. Joseph Smith. Some of them, a lot of them there. They were all members of the Judaist, fraternity. And it's not a crime. Because they represent Judaism as one of the oldest religions in the world. So that's why they confide. For you to be a member of that place is not an easy thing. So they know Nnamdi Kanu and they understand Nnamdi Kanu. And secondly, the Israeli Likud party recognizes Biafra. You see the game now under Benjamin Netanyahu. So, and the fact that Biafra should be given asylum, Biafra should be given attention. Biafra should be welcome in Israel at any point in time, having aligned themselves with the ideology of Israel. That's why you see in every IPOB rally, you see American flag, you see Israeli flag.
Before I let you go, because there's a trending video where some Israelis were seen talking about the tie between the Jew and Biafra. They said the same way Israeli government helped Biafra during the war, that they have not abandoned Biafra, and they will continue to do whatever they can to advance the cause of Biafra.
It will, when they finish marketing most of their policies, American policies, to the world, including the liberation of Biafra, don't be surprised that one day Donald Trump will wake up one day and just announce Biafra as a sovereign nation with all the territorial powers restored. I'm telling you the gospel truth, because Israel is already there, backing, supporting. They have been there. I can tell you I have a very close one, somebody I'm monitoring online always, who is a former aide to Benjamin Netanyahu. And every now and then, he keep on talking about Biafra. At the global level, anytime he have opportunity to have a conference on the issue of Middle East and all that, Biafra is always been mentioned. So currently now, Biafra is enjoying global attention as a result of, the resilient spirit of IPOB members all over the world who are trying to get the attention of the world leaders and nations, Committee of Nations, to buy into Biafran solidarity. And that is why you are seeing...
Because the IPOB that have marketed Biafra to the world at the global level.
Oh?
No, you mean IPOB is the one that markets Biafra at the global level?
Biafra, but he has not gotten to the consciousness of the global world.
Because like you could clearly hear Israeli in that video, two of them proclaiming that. And
not just ordinary, these are members of the Likud party, not just ordinary outsiders. Just like what is happening in Finland, where the members of that political party talk about Biafra. So it is like that. In America, you see the lobbyists, you see the Speaker of the House of America, the Speaker of the American Speaker, discussing the issue, acknowledging Biafran Charter. It is not a play. It is not this thing. These are the things we need, and these are things that has continued to advocate. What they are doing now, everybody see them mention what they want to do, how to restore, how to rescue Christianity in Nigeria, how to do this thing. All these things you are seeing is targeting the day and way and manner Biafran cause is going to take place as a sovereign nation. But anybody that is telling you Nigeria will not divide, when the American government remembers Nigeria, nobody will tell them not to do the needful.
Conclusively, do you think Susan Vile, of course, who the current chief of staff to Donald Trump, who was a lobbyist to Nnamdi Kanu, is playing any significant role in all these feats being recorded by Biafra?
The way you are saying, there's no how that woman will not play a significant role. Susan Wales. There's no how she will not play a significant role. Most of this thing you are seeing, the issue of passport going through forensic analysis in Washington, and of course, a space has been dedicated for Biafra to establish their high commission, their embassy in Washington. These things are, you can't tell me that America is such a sensitive seat of power who don't know how, who, and what is going on. And you can say that they can do that without American government support. That's not possible. That tells you also that IPOB is not a terrorist organization, because no, America will not allow a terrorist to have a space or a commission or an embassy near the White House. It can never happen.
Actually, we also saw the declaration of Biafra in Latin Finland under the watchful eye of international media. So I think clearly it has been established that whether UN, European Union, America, Britain, call it Canada, Russia, France, they see IPOB differently from the way Nigeria sees it.
Yes, they do. These are the one that is being tailored by the Fulani people, including the Fulani governors in the east, the Arab Yorubas, and those who align with
you call them Arab Yorubas?
Yes, those who align with the Iranian, Shiite, and Sunni Islamic agenda in the north, including Buhari and the rest of them, Malami them, Rufai them. They are all militants, Fulani militants, politicians who are conniving with these people to bring Fulanization and agenda and conquest, political conquest already. It's already, you can see the weight of Sharia implementation on the side of the Southwest, and they're trying to throw it to the eastern part of the country. And that's where the red line is, and that's where the rejection is. So what is holding Nnamdi Kanu is some of these things we are seeing. That how come Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in a country belonging to a former president, a hometown of America, talking about Barack Obama. Are you not reading me into it? And when talking about Kenya, yes, when we are saying it that time, when we are pointing it that time, a lot of people will not believe that the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya has whatever
abduction.
It is, yes, abduction. Has the hand of Obama in it, has the hand of Biden in it,
so you have the
hand of Tinubu in it, have the hand of Buhari in it.
You may not have evidence to
including Shetima. I should show you picture evidence. Not I'm telling you facts. I don't need anybody to tell me that you can. If you want to do such thing, you do not invite Interpol, who have the headquarters in France. There was no due process. It just compromised the whole Kenya security because you are Obama.
But I think the Picot in Nigeria have done well by recognizing that it was an extraordinary.
But what the excess of it? Are you looking at that illegality? Why have they not been released? Why has it not been released? Since they found themselves in illegality.
Because it was based on.
So what is to make sure they bring him in so that they're able to plant Arab governors in the southeast, like
you call him
Peter Mba and the rest of them who are there. Inviting, bringing Fulanis and paying homage to the Sultan of Sokoto.
I will let you go, but let me make this point. Because we have seen UN working group on arbitrary detention asking for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. And the decision was based on the decision of Court of Appeal in Nigeria that decided that Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition from Kenya to Nigeria, as such it should be released. Don't you think the Court of Appeal did well?
It's not a matter of a Court of Appeal. They can equally tell the Court of Appeal what to do at the end of the day. That is not what matters now, because it has become very clearly, that the Nigerian judiciary is being enveloped by forces of interest, not forces of the law, who want the law to play out at the end of the day. So judiciary now is just nothing to write home about. What we are looking at, that we will know that the present day, UN is pro-Islam.
We have to ask, why is which strategy has Fubara used that almost everybody is on his side?
No, because
the Igbos, the Niger Delta, everybody.
Let me tell you, to be honest with you, Fubara has played a fair game. He has pleased both the president, pleased Wike, and people have seen clearly that he is somebody that wanted peace in Rivers State. People have seen clearly that this man is master intelligent, super intelligent, a strategist too, having served under Wike for 8 years as the accountant general of the state. So he understands some certain things. So Fubara is a magnet when it comes to playing into the public consciousness. He know where to move and when not to move. You understand? So that is what it is. So people have come to accept him because one, he does not show any form of disrespect. When the war started, they ran to the people that gave him the mandate, and he explained himself. He complained, and they said, "Is this what happened?" The whole ex-governors of that state tried to intervene. They went to Abuja. He maintained his own side of the agreement by withdrawing some cases from the court, but we can never withdraw anything. So at this point, he has gotten that understanding. And if you can see, he's not afraid to call himself an Igbo man. He's not afraid. He made it very clearly that the community where he came from, which is Opopo, was founded by an Igbo man.
Let me ask this last question, Mr. Chinedu Michael. Because it stands, whether I would like it or not, it was Wike that brought him into the political limelight. And people are asking question, could it be that a Wike was not designing enough to know that this man would disobey him?
Fubara never disobeyed him. Fubara never disobeyed him. What happened is that they were claiming that the Riverine side have not been able to produce governor, and most of the people that produce governor are Igbo side.
What a wonderful question, the anchor of this good platform. First and foremost, I want to say Samoneka has come out to say, or has outlined countless times, that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojogun fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Mazen Mikanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Samoneka should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Edigbo and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Samoneka should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Samoneka and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Samoneka is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible, and why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also to the government, to the Nigerian government, be worried.
Ndị be anyị ngwadalụ nnenu asị m ka ọ dịla anyị ncha niile na mma ka ife were ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile. One of the Biafran activists kwuru n'iru akwụkwọ n'ụdị nke ya, ka ife were ikwu gbasịta maka ya bụ ife ndị a niile okwu gasị drọpụrụ anyị iche n'ụdị nke gị na comment section bido. Ana ọzọ dị ka ịbịa pụtụsa ya bụ ozi ka ọ rutekwa ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ n'ebe dị iche iche aka, ka ọ dị n'ume Igbo.